Me? I mean, I'm Korean, right? So I came States and then I learned about like English or just like NA culture. So that was pretty impression for me. Like when I impressed when I first came like NA.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the LCS Summer 2024. It's a matchup we've all been waiting for a while now, and game one definitely delivered. C9 and TL both come out swinging. We have Baron steals, we have crazy picks, we have face checks, we have team fights, and then it all just comes to an end very abruptly in the mid lane.
The cookie crumbled very quickly.
Yeah, that cookie disintegrated in the mid lane, and Team Liquid wants to get some revenge now.
I actually passed Blaber in the bathroom, and he was like, they're just lucky they got that Baron steal.
Actually,
but my favorite part were all the team fights, though. Like, the team fights were exceptional.
I agree. They were high level, like mechanically and individual level at least, so good to see.
So what do you guys want to see differently? Let's start with Team Liquid first, since they lost the first game in the second round.
TL banned Gnar, and then C9 picked Maxion. The only champ Impact plays that is good against Maxion is Rumble. He got that in 4-5. I think that's illegal.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
it's very illegal that it happened.
They need to fix the Rumble issue.
If a draft goes the same way, which it is so far, the first ban is different though. It was not Gnar first ban last game. It was
Yeah.
something else. I don't remember.
The order is a little
Brand
bit
also is
mixed.
different, so we'll see an Aurora ban here from TL, I'm assuming. I think C9 will keep the same ban since they won. It's classic.
I think Brand is one of those, he's like the definition of, I just played versus it and now I need to ban it because I do not want to play versus that anymore today.
I don't think it's why they lost, but I think it was annoying, and it might mean that TL will switch it up to a more tank-heavy team comp. You know, perhaps Sejuani or Maokai or something in the top lane perhaps, and which Brand is good against.
Yeah, remember the last time around, the last ban in the first part was that Sejuani from C9, so UmTi
Aurora's still
gonna
up.
pick that. Yeah, Aurora,
So
this might be our C9 just going ahead and calling Team Liquid's bluff, saying,
And
like,
opening it.
yeah.
Ooh, I hope so. I hope so.
The question is, does TL pick it if it's open? They're thinking about it right now. Like, guys, it's an open champ. Do we open it? Ah, it's this Impact, right? Can he play Aurora?
Yeah.
Can he?
APA, how you feel?
No,
All right,
they
no,
don't call the
all
bluff.
right, no risk, no risk. We're not letting it through.
They're 1-0. We don't need to take any risk, guys.
They're just trying to get it across the finish line. But yeah, okay, so we're gonna see the Renekton, the Brand, the Gnar banned out by TL, Ziggs, Kalista, Aurora banned out by C9.
I don't think you ban Renekton to pick Rumble. That doesn't make any sense.
Right, because the Rebels should just beat him anyway.
Yeah,
So
it's Impact only. Yeah, this makes more sense.
I think the hover was just more of a reminder.
Yeah, like I just shit on you.
Yeah, exactly. Because Impact was the best part of the team last time around. And they still go with the Ezreal. Even with the nerfs to Ezreal, we're talking about how it's still actually quite strong in the meta.
But now that Brand is banned, Sejuani has a lot more value in the game. There's no tank shredding jungler in the game. I also think the Ashe was good for Berserker, and I think Ashe is good against Ezreal personally. On that side, especially when you have conflict support, I do think that TL should have just gone with the Ashe instead of the Ezreal, giving C9 a pretty easy Sejuani Ashe Freljord combination here in the 1-2.
Then do you think that UmTi is also going to match a tank and go like Maokai or something here? Because
Almost definitely.
they seem so much better when he is on tank play.
I think two outcomes. Either TL locks in Leona Ivern, which is Leona's best pairing is Ezreal, so that's kind of obvious. I think it might just be Leona, Ezreal, Ivern, or Maokai, we'll see. And then Ashe, Braum, Sejuani, full third comp from C9. That could be likely. Could also be like a corner blind pick in 4-5 for CoreJJ if he wants to pick like mid jungle together, like Corki, Maokai, or Corki, Ivern. I think it just depends on what TL's been practicing. Maokai is likely.
Would not be surprised at all to see that locked in. Yep, there it is. Okay.
You lose one game on Ivern, you're like, nah, next game taking Maokai, bro.
Different tree.
Just something else.
Tree.
Yeah.
I mean, they definitely know their identity.
Now it should be Corki. Yes. So yeah.
All right, APA this time around, we'll see if he can clean it up a little bit. The early game was a bit rocky for him.
A little bit.
Kobe's a very polite person.
He's a TL lawyer. Now this should be the mid laner or top laner for C9, I think. I don't think they want to pick support here. Nothing that's too valuable for C9. Oh,
Dude, what that sign? That sign
they
put a lot of work into that sign. I like that. The prep coming in here.
now the question is, Thanatos has played 8 of his 11 games on 2 champions that are currently banned.
But not this game.
Not this game. So he played 1 game Xante, 1 game Camille, and 1 game Skarner.
Yeah.
Well, Skarner doesn't get picked very often these days unless
Hey,
you're
we picked it for you guys.
Yeah,
For you.
you guys do it. Nobody else does it.
We can tell his
And
level
that's
of
why it's league season.
we can tell his level of confidence by which one of those 2 directions he goes to.
Yeah.
The Camille, he notably said in the interview afterwards, he was like, I just told my coach, I want to be the one who wins or loses the game. And then he slams the Camille pick.
He
Versus
did-
a Cassante is like, it's fine.
I want to say that was against me, and he did win the game, but he was not the reason he won the game. But anyways,
But he wanted to.
they do have last pick top this game if they wanted. I
Right.
think there's high value in both support and top last pick. The bans are Rumble, which is Impact's best blind pick if they want to play a matchup that wins lane. The brown ban signals a Lima blind pick for CoreJJ. I expect Lima to be banned here by C9, unless they have some sort of plan of picking it. C9 is thinking about it.
So, also, how do you feel about Impact's Jax? Because that has been another thing that Team Liquid have kept in the wings, and they are very willing to lane swap as
Yes,
well.
that is
So-
true. I just wonder what they can. The Bard ban is interesting.
Vulcan
I will say CoreJJ can pick something like Karma or Bard blind pick when he has Ezreal and Maokai in his team. He has tank already and CC already.
All right, Team Liquid. What's this last ban going to be? Will we continue to see more targeting of this support role? No full Freljord anymore. That dream is dead. Braum has made sure of it. And there's the Camille ban. So
Okay.
they are respecting the Thanatos 5th pick, potential carry pick there from the top side.
now it's Cassante. Now it's
Yeah.
Cassante blind to
I
look
do
an
think
angle.
if he goes Xante here to give Vulcan last pick, it's a slam dunk Udyr type angle for Impact possibly, or Jax. I don't actually know what Thanatos will play into Jax blind pick at this point. Once his 3 champs are out, what does he actually play?
There it is.
Does he just go for Xante and then Impact goes Jax or Udyr? That could be what's happening here. CoreJJ picks Leona, I'm imagining. Udyr Leona? It's like, it's okay.
Yeah.
Nothing too
You're not
crazy.
excited about it, but you don't hate it.
It's Teal's.
Okay.
It's Teal.
Strong front line
It
on
could
the
be
side
Jax.
of C9. Lots of pokes so far
No,
for
no,
TL.
not happening.
No, you're not believing this
No,
one?
no. This is not happening. I don't believe it.
It's all
No.
just a bamboozle?
You're not a Kennen plus,
It really is happening.
plus Leona.
Nope, I knew it was not gonna happen.
All right, he called it. He called it.
You never second guessed yourself.
No.
Not for a moment. Not for a moment.
I was not backpedaling at any point.
Was not sweating even a little. The Mordekaiser is the answer for Impact.
And this is not like a Zeus cosplay. I know people are going to be talking about that one. Do you remember back to Impact's already Mordekaiser? Like, he turbo stomped. That was a true 1v9 game. So
One
definitely
thing-
have confidence in this pick.
One thing is when you have tank junglers like Sejuani, the supports can play range champions because now you don't longer have to pick a tank because you already have one.
Yeah.
Also, top laners have tanks this game. So then it's time to play Karma and Lulu and Bard and Seraphine.
All these champions that Zeri loves working with, because when Zeri was terrorizing the game at the top of every single tier list, she loved having those enchanters, the Pocket Lulu or the Yuumi or anything else that can just buff her up and make her a raid boss. And that's what we're going to get this time around. It'll be the Lulu to help the Zeri and the Ashe kite out these fights.
It's Zeri Lulu. On the mid lane. Same, right?
Yeah,
Like playing lose the mid lane with Nami support. It works, right?
It's just like a remix to a song. It's still the same song. It's just like slightly different.
And I would say I was already last game hyped about JoJo's Zeri mid. Now to have a Lulu with you later as well. The mid lane matchup, I feel like that's got to be some C9 favored. So Impact on Mordekaiser, he literally picks a true 1v9 champion. See if he can do that again.
Literally 1v9. He's just alone up there.
Actually,
No matter what happens, he'll be alone. I like it from TL. I think that the Karma pick is good when you have a tank top. Well, pseudo tank top.
Okay.
It's like not really a tank. It's like a
give Impact some speed, so
That's
later
okay.
in the team fights he can navigate.
Chase
it a little
people
bit
and hit
easier.
them.
Bot lane phase this game is very important. Whoever gets ahead in this lane phase will stay ahead as well the whole time. So
Do you
we'll see
think
some
we'll-
action there for sure?
Do you think we'll get a lane phase?
Oh god, please.
After game number one, I have
I'm on
to
my
pose
knees
the
here.
question. I have to
Just
pose
one
it.
lane phase, please. I feel like you don't last pick Lulu
Yeah.
to not lane,
Okay. Kobe?
and you don't blind pick Karma to not lane.
Okay.
Although Karma is very good lane swaps because she can gank middle one.
Right, yeah, you can be a total terror.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it. Let's see if Team Liquid can take us to a third game, or if C9 can 2-0 the Team Liquid squad.
5 members bottom lane to get prio on that bot side.
This is really common when you play Karma Ezreal because you want to have one guy in the right side on the lane and one guy near the flag where Yeon is right now. So when they come into lane, you can throw your spells at them.
Oh, the fans are getting it.
I missed this so much.
The fans are fighting as hard as the teams are, man.
I love that.
For some reason, they're louder today than they were yesterday. I don't know why that is.
For some weird reason.
It's just your headset, man.
Yeah,
it changes the noise volume and stuff.
Okay,
yeah.
Yes,
Yeah. You go this match
when I'm trilling.
How'd you guys? That's how you know that he's locked in, because he misspells everything, because he's just got to get it out there. Yeah, APM matters more than spelling.
That's the hip fire type, not putting extra aim into it. But the invade for the lane swap, Sven, you did not beg hard enough.
Oh, come on, man. I want to see some action in the bot lane, some fist fighting. Wait, this could be good for C9 though.
Yeah, Team Liquid just trying to
impact.
Get a little bit too close here, yeah. Immediately blowing the flash on the Mordekaiser at level 1. Really big, since this champion has no escape mechanisms of his own. Could be very easy to set up a play while this cooldown is not available. VULCAN is just going to stick around and continue harassing Impact, keeping him away, trying to slow down this jungle start of UmTi and Impact together. Meanwhile, back in the mid lane, JoJo just taking shots at APA,
CoreJJ
already with control over the lane. CoreJJ coming in from the side. Meanwhile, the continued takeover of the enemy jungle happens for C9 as they'll steal away the Wolf Camp too.
Small wolf win though for UmTi. Able to get him, and he flashes the icon there. CoreJJ trying to help out APA mid as well on the swap.
I will say, I hate lane swaps, but it is good for C9 lane swap because they do lose bot in early game, so why not?
All right.
He admits it.
Yeah.
All right.
It's messed up, but it is what it is.
Under torture, Sven had to admit. All right. Well, we got the extra 2 little small wolves, but that's about it as far as the little skirmish there. Of course, Impact now with no flash, but top laner is going to have a struggle time anyway. He actually walks up under the tower and cancels Thanatos
Can
recall.
they actually dive him here? I don't think they can. That's 3.
Berserker is level 3. Vulcan's going to take the turret aggro here with a start. All right, yeah, Impact is still staying alive for now. TP coming in, Impact down to 200 HP, but with the teleport, there's no way that C9 can continue this, so APA teleporting in to save Impact.
See how quickly JoJo can push mid then to try and punish that teleport up to the top side.
Can they dive Thanatos bot lane? What spell he has skilled yet? If he has W, I think they can't dive him.
They should have Impact teleport mid too, so they don't drop the...
So both mids TP to the top laners to save them.
There we go.
And Impact TP'd mid. This is not bad, I think, for Team Liquid. They should get a small lead out of this whole situation, in experience, that is.
Yeah, in their scenarios, correct for both teams, trying to not lose out on any of the extra waves there. Impact's is level 3, though, is probably the big difference here.
Right.
To a level 1.
Yeah. Thanatos will get level 2 shortly.
One small thing is that Blaber got a lot more camps than UmTi, so TL needs to secure all the jungle camps here for UmTi. I think they will be able to. Blaber is coming with VULCAN from base, and Yeon hasn't based yet. As you can see, he's hovering around here. UmTi will get at least 2 camps and the crab.
I can tell you're having fun with the lane swaps, man.
Oh yeah. there's a hard rule in lane swaps that no matter what happens, your jungler must never fall behind, because then the whole game suffers afterwards. But UmTi only lost 1 camp, I believe, out of this whole thing. Blaber will get a Grump lead, a massive lead for C9 here.
Oh yeah, absolutely, just unassailable.
I will say Grump must be like the most feels good camp to kill, right?
Oh yeah, just
big,
one target.
Grump.
His damage falls off as he goes. He's just a loot pinata.
It just feels good to kill the Grump.
Yeah, it's like you pop a balloon.
Wait, why does it feel so good? What's the Grump hate?
I mean, it's nothing personal to Grump, you know. It just looks juicy. Like, what can I do? I'm a hate carrier.
Juicy Grump.
I walk by the Grump. It's low HP. I'm like, oh.
you just want to see that triple-digit gold pop up, like plus 102 or something.
Ben is window shopping the Grump every time he walks by, back the lane.
Speak as doing the ground, but as I'm walking by, I'm like, oh man.
Actually, I really do want to check in on that bottom lane because you mentioned how important the lane phase was, especially when you have the poke duo of the Ezreal Karma here.
This lane is like, whoever is pushing can maintain push the whole time and keep it. So it's really important that if you're pushing, you don't stop pushing. Once TL's bot lane gets into the bushes here and hold this sort of like line there is right here, they will keep that line. I will say, if Berserker can get his AS boots, his Berserker greaves for Berserker.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't want to say it, but I had to. Then he can dodge skill shots more efficiently with the fleet footwork as well. But now he's here, it's more like a...
Yeah.
You just have to dodge every spell to win. And if you don't dodge them, nothing happens. But if you get hit by them, it's bad.
Right.
So it's like, you can never win.
Yeah, that's why CoreJJ went with the sweeper really early on, so you can sweep those side brush, so you can get those skill shots off.
Also, of course, Blaber is top side, which C9 knows, but they didn't see UmTi until... they don't even see him, actually, even though he's right next to Blaber. They didn't see him now, right? Then they start playing the game. But until this moment, they didn't see him.
Okay. UmTi wants to at least challenge, just do a quick smite steal on a single grub, but it's not going to happen. Blaber got the first one, but UmTi can now control the pit, take the next two, so...
I will say, Blaber getting one is pretty good for him, considering he has losing mid and top matchups. So not bad for C9.
Yeah, matchup is rough for Thanatos. Also, the level lead is going to be rough for him. Impact's almost level 6.
He's
so
down a level and a half.
That experience that Impact was able to walk into the tower, even without flash, was quite big.
And some champs, it matters more if you get XP or gold. AD carries, like, they might like gold more than experience, but top winners like experience. And Thanatos is the third lowest of all the people in the game.
Yeah, especially Mordekaiser as far as top lane champs goes. It's like, oh, I'm level 6 now. Guess what? I'm God. See if I can take you to the death realm. Thanatos has to back off.
If Impact gets like more items this game, I think he actually will 1v2 Thanatos and Blaber on side lane.
Oh yeah, it's not like you've got a ton
1v2
of... Yeah, right? 1v1 and then 1v1 again right after.
Yeah, exactly.
This could become a serious problem, especially considering, I mean, remember back to game number 1, Thanatos didn't have a really good game, right? Like, he kind of...
Well, OJ wasn't allowing it.
Yeah, there's...
The support summoner spell, Impact have made good
turns out that's pretty OP summoner spell to have.
Impact had 2 junglers last game. Is that fair?
No, not even remotely. That's why Thanatos had a bad game.
I thought Freak said he was making the game more about 1v1 top lane.
But, which team won? The other team won. So top lane, I mean, you point at the scoreboard.
VULCAN getting mid and CoreJJ getting top, and C9 won. Does that mean mid's more OP than top?
Actually, we have a really good stat for that. Thanks for bringing this up. Because
our
jungler proximities for these two teams are so categorically different. If we can pull up those jungle proxies for Blaber and UmTi, look at that. First place, 20%.
Isn't that just a story of Impact?
Like,
honestly, like...
Meanwhile, the UmTi 20% around mid lane, around APA is huge compared to, Blaber, like you're talking about, for him up there with Impact. So,
okay.
Yeah,
all his skill shots.
Jojo got disrespectful there, just walking right in front of APA, getting absolutely thumped in damage.
The arrow.
While bottom lane, CoreJJ's got to be a little bit careful here, trying to get out after using the heal. VULCAN and Berserker in hot pursuit, but both junglers are ready to show up. VULCAN and Berserker got to try to get away now, but they're immediately chasing after. Team Liquid still trying to get a kill here as Blaber tries to get over the wall here with a flash. He gets the distance. Yeon to go in for him. It's going to be 2. Make it 3 for Team Liquid!
C9 going way too hard there with no information on where UmTi was. That seems so forced to me. Like,
that is so huge for TL though. Oh my goodness. Yeon and CoreJJ right over the wall. They're going to have summoner spell advantages too. Yeon was able to just arcane shift to follow it up. Look at the lead up to it because they're pinging the Sejuani now. I love how early we started that replay. They were pinging the Sejuani so early on. That was
the damage. This wasn't even good for them 2v2, right? Like, even without the junglers being here, this wasn't good for C9 in any way. It's a slow chase. I think C9 honestly had to just sell Blaber here. Just leave and let him die. I think VULCAN and Berserker didn't have to die here in this clip. They all try to help their jungler, which
man, the mantra Q.
I can get behind it, right? But you can't be giving 3 kills here. This should have been at 1 kill at most.
Yeah. Telegraphed, they had early pings on UmTi coming down, and so then you're engaging into it with...
Now he's happy. Oh, hello.
And Team Liquid's about to be even happier. Blaber trying to grab his red buff. One last shot over the wall. Yeon is 3-0-1, not even 10 minutes into the game, and TL is up 3,000 gold.
That is crazy. The TL bottom lane just went and assassinated the enemy jungle, ganked him in his own jungle, and now they're ganking mid lane. Yeon and CoreJJ are on a warpath this game.
Almost every game TL plays, APA is on silent at 10 minutes. Every game. And they play for second drops with him having TP. He used it bot in this case, actually. But I like having the strongest people mid. It's good.
It's one of the best things that people always compliment about TL is how they play once they get their early leads. We showed the stats early on how Cloud9 have the bigger early game leads, but TL have been much more methodical about them. So rotating them into mid lane to allow their giant lead that they just got 3 kills on bottom lane to support the invade actually just blows the game wide open.
Hang on.
Oh, that was a close arrow, but all it was the warning shot. Blaber's ready to follow it up, and CoreJJ gets caught. C9 finally on the board here with the first kill going over to Berserker, but at the same time, UmTi's on the other side of the map, grabbing the rest of the grubs for TL.
I like CoreJJ defending bot lane while his John's doing the grubs, because he knows C9 won't contest the grubs, given how fed Yeon is, but he shouldn't go further than the tri-push. He should always just be like behind the tower, hovering AP if he's going to get dove. Small mistake from TL here. I think they should have been dropping the dragon in this game with how far ahead they were, but CoreJJ getting caught. Nice play from C9. They knew they couldn't fight grubs, so they go bot side, find a pick, find a dragon. They're playing well, despite how doomed the game really is right now.
They're playing well after they weren't.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah.
The initial part, not great, but they're recovering well.
Yeah. Look at that double Triforce, all blue numbers for TL, and TL is very good at this part of the game. Where they're ahead, they don't make any mistakes besides what CoreJJ just did.
Wait a second.
Almost no mistakes.
Usually the most clean with it.
Wait a
Once
second.
they're there.
They don't make any mistakes except for the ones that they do make.
Exactly. Thank you, Kobe.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Got it. Meanwhile, Yeon, he's not making any. Ezreal, again, the nerfs were very, very small to Ezreal. And he's so far ahead, the extra gold is going to be massive here. They fully took the mid turret 12 minutes into the game, and now they can just transfer that pressure to bottom lane. There they go.
No TP top.
APA leading the charge here, flashing back over to the rest of his team, and now it's a 4v2 from an easy couple of kills. Yeon goes on a rampage. Blaber, nice sidestep on the True Shot Barrage to be able to barely escape, but it's still +1 for Team Liquid. 4,000 gold lead at 12.5 minutes.
Yeah, this part of the game comes very hard for C9 because they have only one play. They can't go in, go top right. Impact won't die. Yeon has cleanse against what? Aaron's a Johnny ult, so how is he gonna die? I've been there. This is the remake experience. Yeah.
I mean, they're going to be reviewing that bot play quite critically.
I feel like C9 was just too over-eager in that play, and it just backfired so hard, and now we're just here where C9 can't kill Yeon because he has cleanse. They only have cleansable CC with Ashe, Aaron's Johnny ulti. Yeah. They can't really kill Impact because he can just press R.
I was wondering. I was just about to make a comment on how long it would be before we saw the yap.
Oh, yep, it's time.
Oh, it's time. APA's like, my AD carry is turbo fed. Time to make the most of it.
APA is doing nothing in the whole game. Just getting carried by ball indifference. Yep, I'm the GOAT.
That's the long-range support.
He's like, maybe if I type now, they'll think that Yeon is me. That Ezreal was in mid lane.
Yep. The top lane experience.
This is just talking about how critical or how important it is to get that top 2 spot here in the LCS. These two teams, of course, coming into today undefeated. Only one team will remain undefeated, and then they will try and finish the entire season that way. But
the teams might care more about the ego of beating your team and being undefeated than about the actual like first place bye and all that. You know, it's like
playoff seeding and stuff. Whatever.
Blaber's in the top bush, and he was just pinged by the blue team, so they know he's top, and they're just going to push mid tower, and there's not much Cena can do about it. This is look at Blaber right now. He's making what we call a desperate play, because he knows the game is lost. So he's setting his bush for the next couple minutes until
I call them patient plays.
Oh yeah, he's really patient. Look at those recalling. He's like, nah, bro, this ain't gonna work, dog.
The man has monk mental up here, just sitting.
This will work or will not work.
He's cooking a very slow simmering stew.
But now it's so obvious that he's here because he's not anywhere else, right?
Well, Team Liquid's
just he is there, but doesn't matter.
Look,
if
he checked the bush. Check one bush.
TL 4 people and Herald. Like,
I think this is a. Oh, the bomb saw him. Goodbye, Blaber.
Yeah, Blaber is now on the wrong side of the rift. Patience is sometimes not a virtue, I guess, as he tries to escape to the enemy turret. Meanwhile, JoJo gets caught. UmTi's going to take the kill on that one with the ulti flying over the top. CoreJJ still chasing after the enemy jungler as UmTi tries to get away the twisted advance under the red buff to escape as Berserker tried to go for a punish there. Cloud9 is falling to pieces this game, and now Blaber's trying to steal the enemy wolf camp. CoreJJ is going to try to farm Blaber as he wants to poke him off a little bit here.
Patient play, boys. Take notes.
Hold on. Let's hold on. We still got. Wait, it's another split screen thing. Thanatos almost died down in the bottom lane. APA is going to take him low. APA still maintaining that side lane presence we were talking about. Blaber's still trying to maybe get an exit. No! Yeon from up in the top lane. Tribe Rush lines him up. It's cooked.
So, Sven, who would you say is the best AD carry in the league? I'm asking you for no particular reason in this game.
Besides me, obviously.
Yeah.
I'd say, like, it depends what they're... Let me think for a second.
Because Yeon right now
I think Berserker is the most skilled individual.
Okay.
I do think that Master's having a really good split. This split. He's been a very impactful player in their games.
I have a follow-up question. Who's the best AD carry in this particular game right now? Is it the 5-0 Ezreal?
It might be the 5-0 Ezreal, yeah.
Okay.
I think that would be a pretty safe bet. Thanatos, he flashes late. The chains from the Karma lock him up, but VULCAN is there in time with a wild growth to keep the Cassante alive. Both top laners currently having the perfect top lane score of 0-0 and 0.
Oh, yeah. And one guy's going to lose and one guy's going to win.
Yes, top lane
and
gaming.
It will have nothing to do with them because we picked two tanks, and range support spot, so better ball wins. That's how it goes. Trust me, I would know. I played like this before. This is how I won. As a support, at least. And like I said, C9 has only one type of CC. It's Ashe arrows and it's Sejuani ult. So if there's Mercs or Mikaels or a cleanse, it is just
Blaber and Thanatos
not gonna work.
Trying to find some sort of an angle here, but the only angle is right back to the spawn platform. Impact goes over the wall, the claw to pull Blaber back in, and now Thanatos is just going to drop too. I think C9's going next on this one. Team Liquid's just smacking him around now.
I mean, the official Cloud9 account asked for a remake, so I think you're right.
I mean, I applaud them for trying to do something. They just actually can't do anything. They have two tanks, low damage, 80 carries to have only a stag shift to their name versus a Trident, 24 and a mana immune. So it doesn't matter how good the engage is. Even if it does land on a carry, there's a Mikaels and a cleanse and a flash and a Valkyrie and an Archon shift. You're just not gonna win at this point. So just move on mentally. Focus on the next game. Yeah.
I mean, at least this does give us another game of this series.
I see this
best
as an
of three,
absolute
baby.
win.
I hope that the third game is more like the first game where it's action-packed and it's back and forth.
Yeah.
This one has been very one-sided, which I do have to applaud TL for, but again, it all goes back to that timestamp on the VOD of the C9 play bottom lane, just wildly chasing after TL, overcommitting, and as soon as that triple kill punish came through, Sven, you pointed at the monitor at the gold lead for TL, and it was just like, wait,
3,000, 10 minutes. Yeah.
And then we're still in the replay, and they already rotated the winning bottom lane up into mid lane and then went and assassinated the enemy jungle. So really good snowball from Team Liquid with that super large lead. But Cloud9 in the next game, objective number one is make sure you don't get seen on some of these plays and give such a large lead, especially right into the hands of the AD carry.
Oh, he actually got stunned by arrow.
Yeah, Impact gets stunned, but he's still got his death realm here. JoJo versus Impact in a 1v1. Impact looks to bring down the hammer. He ain't going to find the mark, but he survives long enough to get himself away, and now Blaber has to try to retreat with a true shot barrage from Yeon, making sure that C9 has no further offensive plans, but JoJo's got a nice snipe to make sure they at least get something.
And a bounty bot as well. Winnable? No, it's not. Don't get twisted, guys. It's not winnable.
Hey.
Still lost. Don't vote no on the FF vote. This is when solo queue someone's like, oh, we can win, guys. No, we cannot.
Yup, I always remember that you've got a game where it's 20-2 or something. You get one turret, and all of a sudden it's 3 no's.
It's whoever just got the bounty, whoever just got that one kill.
Well, it's still about 7,000 gold, 7 kills, 4 turrets, or nope, 5 turrets, 4 grubs,
And that's one of the biggest issues is the territory on the map. Yeah, like TL are super, super rich, but it's so easy for them to get the neutral objectives as they pop up. Baron right now is fully warded. All the towers around it have been taken already. So easy for TL to push out and then try and bait Cloud9 over.
Yeah, I feel like C9's own win condition at this point is like a TL player disconnects from the game.
Yeah, like
which player does it have to be?
I think CoreJJ, DCs, they might still be able to win. Okay, that's a bit too far maybe, but it's close.
Okay. So if it's support, then it would have to be like 2 players. But if they get lucky and they rolled a Yeon disconnect.
Hang on. Wait. UmTi's just flying over the wall with a blast cone. Yeon's right behind him. They're ready to go. They found JoJo, and that's who they're going to commit to. He tries to get away, but the Karma Tether's ready to lock him up here yet again. True Shot Barrage with a massive amount of damage into the Cloud9 health bars. Thanatos trying to body block here for his mid laner as they both continue retreating. Team Liquid, they might not have found any kills, but C9 is seriously hurt, and Baron is on the map.
He flashed to rocket the minions there.
Did it suck, that flash?
Got blocked a little bit. Yeah, you could say.
Lag.
You could say that.
He's a bit eager to getting on the action, no? He's like 0-0-1 this game, and he's winning. He's like, he wants to be part of it too, you know?
All right, here it is, though. This is the Baron to decide. Let's see. Blaber has, his flash is a couple seconds away. He couldn't even go suicide steal if he wanted.
Don't think it matters. Impact has the Death Realm available.
Yeah, there's just no way.
Unfortunately, just is nothing they can do.
Blaber cannot reach it.
No way to
get
get too anti-fun, no?
Yeah, you're just not allowed to even try to go for the YOLO.
They're still try hard, no? C9 gave TL a chance to steal Baron last game.
I mean, this is the match for first place in the LCS. You're allowed to try hard here.
I guess so. We'll allow it this time.
Just this once.
Just this once. I understand.
We will inform Dignitas that you two are allowed to try hard in your LCS.
Here in Dignitas, we play for fun, not to win. Which you can see in our gameplay. Anyways, Impact defending the bot wave. Looks like TL wants to send it down mid and bot here with their Baron setup. They don't have TPs anymore, so they kind of have to just send it 2 lanes. You can't play 3 lanes without TPs. Then someone gets caught, and it's bad. Maybe this time TL use the Baron buff to get towers. They couldn't do it in the first game. This game, maybe they can.
Well, JoJo's just going to try to hold him off as long as he can, but it's pretty tough. The Baron buff, everybody on TL looking to overload this bottom side. They've still got Yeon split pushing over in mid lane at the same time.
Berserker is raid splitting right now?
Yeah, Berserker is trying to go for objective bounties.
He's like, you guys suck. I'm going to
Berserker's looking for that.
Good luck, guys.
That sweet 500 gold objective bounty on the tier 1 turret. And it's going to cost the tier 3 mid. It's going to cost the mid lane inhibitor. But it's not really like C9 can do a whole lot to stop this, even if he's here. So now that bottom lane tier 3 is gone. The bottom lane inhibitor is your next target, and Team Liquid is not slowing down. C9. Ooh, right through the goalpost. That one doesn't feel very good. Berserker's nearly dead anyway. Blaber's about to drop here too, as Thanatos has to continue trying to use that footwork to get on back behind the turrets. But there's only one left.
It's so sad.
Team Liquid, they're still pushing with a 5-man effort. Thanatos, the Cassante can't even frontline, man. C9 just has nothing left in the tank here in this second game. Blaber just gonna keep trying to stay alive, but it won't matter. Game 2 was quick and easy for TL. It's tied up 1-1.
I have some interesting info for you. I was watching Berserker's inventory after he took that tower and got the objective bounty shutdown. He got 2 long swords.
They almost had him with those long
swords.
For the
fight, for that last fight.
God, I'm spiked, guys. It's time to fight. What a sad game, honestly. You pick a come like this, you fall behind, you just can't do anything.
Yeah, it just felt like as soon as that play happened bottom lane, the game was over.
Yep. Good snowball from Team Liquid in game number 2 here to push us to a decisive game number 3 coming up after this. Team Liquid versus Cloud9.
Wonder if they'll go on the blue side for next game.
No, that's going to be very interesting to see for sure. But now we're going to head back over to the LCS Lounge to break it all down.
Thanks, Flowers. There is a huge sequence in this game that let Team Liquid take it over. It was obviously that triple kill we saw in the bottom lane, but the whole run of play actually made it way bigger than it was. So follow me here. It started with this. Impact at 750, coming out of lane. JoJo sees him, kind of traps him in the bush. He places this ward. We'll come back to that in a second because the bot fight is about to happen. Both these bot lanes think they can win this fight. Team Liquid is pushing up because they think they're stronger. C9 retaliates because they think they are stronger. This is where it just becomes about how you play the 2v2. I think Yeon in particular played this one very well, just pummeling VULCAN the entire time. CoreJJ gets the root on a Berserker, which makes C9 retreat. And Sven talked about this in the cast, where the worst that should happen from this position for C9 is one death. VULCAN and Berserker can bail out towards their turret, and maybe Blaber dies after flashing over the wall. However, they get a little bit overconfident. They end up trying to help Blaber, and all three falling. But wait, there's more. Because remember this ward up top. As Team Liquid reset, they spam ping this area. They haven't actually seen Blaber yet if we look at Team Liquid's vision, but they know they're going to be running out mid lane. They see him here to confirm the play, and I will say, this is where Blaber should have probably known something is up. This is Cloud9's vision. When the enemy Ezreal is mid and the Corki is missing, where do you think the support is? Because Core's not soloing bot lane, and he's not mid, so something must be happening on the red buff. Shocker, it absolutely was, helped by that ward from Impact, prepped from behind, and then the cherry on top of this all is because the original roam at 8 minutes from Impact trapped JoJo in this turret. It allowed APA to get push, which then means he can get the first reset so that after they kill Blaber, he's already bot lane, and this turret doesn't even take a tick of damage. So that whole run of play was a 3,000 gold advantage from Team Liquid, combining individual mechanics as well as great map play. Just an amazing sequence.
Yeah, I love that sequence as soon as I saw the word from Impact. The other thing I really want to bring up is the gold leads, right? We talked about, okay, where is C9's gold lead usually coming from in these early games? It's laning, and in particular, Thanatos. Every single game in this series, TL, even with the game 1 loss, was really hard targeting C9's early game, right? So we already talked about how TL, they're still a strong early game team. You see their split average up there, but game 1, it's super important, that usual like 2K gold lead that C9 has had. They mitigated that super, super hard. Obviously, game 2 ballooned out of control after that like 8 to 10 minute entire play. But this, I think it just really goes to show how much TL prepped to make sure that they shut down, A, just like Thanatos' laning prowess overall, and B, the way that C9 really like to play around pushing lanes.
Yeah, and I mean, that's kind of the fear that you have going into game 2, was based off the draft that Team Liquid had, you do not want to fall that far behind in lane. With Ezreal Karma on the bot side of the map and then the Mordekaiser into Cassante on the top side, that you wanted to try and mitigate as much as possible. So the fact that that bot side play happened is a catastrophe. And then when Jat said, but wait, there's more, growing up watching commercials and infomercials is usually a positive thing. That was really depressing, but wait, there's more. And so,
it's positive for TL.
Yeah. And the one thing, if you're going up against Ezreal Karma that swaps to mid, is if you're going up against it, you're just going to lose because of the range and damage that it ends up having. So the place that you saw Corki end up taking and then going bot lane and protecting the bot lane plays, guess what? Ezreal and Karma cleaned it up really quickly. So that was just a dominating early game that Cloud9 cannot really recover from, and they're just going to have to go into the next game with a clean mindset.
Absolutely. Can't wait for game 3. We have to expect C9's going to take blue side. Who knows if we'll see Aurora? That could throw a wrench in this entire series. Game 3 is up after the break.
I think she's going to be bad.
Cowards, leave it open. Leave it open.